That was quite funny. I've begun recording. I'm sure some of you have heard that. And soon I will live stream to Facebook. I'll make an announcement that we're on. So, Rod, generally, let me just change the view here. There we go. We're going to talk about everything.
Sure.
And really, literally everything that you were the past national president of the SAM. You were referred to as most illustrious. You're award winning. I believe Cheryl will tackle a whole whack of questions as well, having to do with your awards and everything. And I think it's really interesting, Rod, that you were the first, probably only ever Canadian national president of the Society of American Magicians. And at the same time, we also had from Vancouver the president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. So in one year, both presidents of both major clubs were from Vancouver, Canada. I thought that would be interesting for those who aren't aware. We'll talk about the giant panda near the end, as you were suggesting. We'll talk about the skinniest building. I have some video I'm going to share with everybody, Rod. A lot of them are clips of your performances. Another one I call media. So it's some of your, well, you'll see. An interview with a young lady in and around your building. So I want to share that with people so they can get a little bit of a feel for that gorgeous building in which you're in right now. I believe you're broadcasting from the world's skinniest building in the world. And the fact, we should bring in the Guinness Book of World Records as well. And was your dad the very first person to offer window wickets? I think I read or heard that
I think so.
somewhere.
Yeah, for insurance service, definitely.
Excellent. So we'll
Yeah.
mention that as well. Just fact checking. And if we have time, we'll maybe talk about other stuff or other ideas you have. And Cheryl has a whole whack of questions as well. She did a lot of research. Me, I'm a little biased because I think I know you, so I fill in a lot of stuff and I add stuff. But she actually went to your website, I think, and garnered a lot of stuff.
It was a joint effort. My partner in crime and I.
Yeah, her daughter is the
That's a good
researcher,
team.
and
Good
she
team.
does a very, very good job.
Oh, your
Michaela,
attitude?
Mick,
Wow, that's nice. That's great.
yeah.
Well, I got to give her something to do.
Yeah.
And Cheryl reminded me that she actually assisted you with an effect because she said to me when you weren't around, um, is he the guy with the Ferris wheel?
Yep.
Oh,
And it's like, yeah, so I believe you
oh.
helped with an effect involving that Ferris wheel, perhaps.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
And that sounds like that is so cool because it just looked like
Yeah.
a whole big carnival.
You did that online?
No, no, it was you were a guest on
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the magic shows.
Ah, and you were my volunteer?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because I was sitting there saying, yeah, I would never go on a Ferris wheel to my daughter. I don't like Ferris wheels. I did for my kids when they were little. Now it's I can say no. I'm like, no, I don't want to. But I remember the setup.
Ah, great.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Let's
Yeah.
just check and see who who has arrived. John is here, Carlina is here. Andrew, thank you for showing up.
Great.
And Merson, thank you so much for showing up. Holly and Barbie and Kevin and Jeff. Oh my.
Oh my.
Yay. Oh my. Hey, we're gonna go and live stream in just a few minutes or so before we get underway. Live stream on Facebook and I'll greet everybody. Oh, Mike is here as well. Oh, wow. I assume, Rod, you've met some of these people in person in your travels, have you not?
Yes, yeah, I have. Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah,
met at Blackpool, didn't we, Rod?
Yeah.
very cool. And if I'm not mistaken, Sue brought this up to me because I was all excited and told her this a couple of years ago when you were president. I'm not aware of any other past president having traveled the world like you did during your presidency and having done so much for the SAM. I won't embarrass you by saying that, but I think I'll say it because I believe it's true. And you even got two charters, one for Ottawa, I believe, and one for Toronto for the SAM.
That's right.
You would think in a city the size of Toronto that they would have long had an SAM, but no, they've had an IBM for years. There we go. I think. Hiya, Bill. Bill's still connecting. And
Michael, can I just ask Merson something? Because I think you had another Canadian president of the parent ring. Merson,
Yes.
who was the member, who was the president that came to Scotland? Wasn't
Oh,
he wasn't he
well, yes, yes, yes. No, the
wasn't he
president.
Canadian?
Well, the person that joined me in was Len Bintus. That was 47 years ago.
Yeah, but wasn't he from Canada?
I think Len Bintus was from Canada. That's a fair
yes,
idea.
from Winnipeg. He's from
That's
Winnipeg. I knew him personally when I had lived in Winnipeg too long ago. And wonderful man, a ventriloquist. He was one of the people that started the IBM, International Brotherhood of
Mm.
Magicians, as well, along with
yeah.
Gene Gordon and perhaps one other person. But when I was living in Winnipeg and involved with the two magic clubs in Winnipeg, they prided themselves, and rightfully so, on the fact that Len was instrumental in starting the IBM. There was also somebody else there, very nice man, Bill Brace, who started the Young Magicians, the Society of Young Magicians, as part of the SAM, himself and someone else. And that was quite special. We'd go for lunch once a week, Bill and I. He would organize Magic Week there in all the malls well, once a year in a few malls in Winnipeg. I'm going to start to go live stream on Facebook. So that's exciting. Yes, Canadians have been involved.
Mm.
Dr. Michael,
Yes, sir.
who's the guest tonight?
Well, I
It can't be
think
it can't be
if you
It can't be Ron Chow because he doesn't have a bow tie. He's got a tie on tonight.
That's so funny you said that because I was mentioning that earlier that over a couple of years he always had different kinds of bow ties and they were all fascinating. That's funny. Did you meet him in person ever?
I've seen a couple times,
Ah,
Yeah.
very cool. I want
and
to
he's always got his
welcome.
bow tie.
Yes.
Very cool. I want to welcome to our people who have just joined us on Facebook. Here we are live. We're live streaming. The show itself is going to begin in about a minute or so. And so glad that you guys have joined us. Our very, very special guest is Rod Chow. And I don't know about you, Cheryl, but I'm kind of excited to have Rod on our show. Are you?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I want to hear more about one, the panda behind him, and the little tiny house.
Exactly. It's going to be an exciting show. We're going to have a few videos as well that we're going to be sharing to liven things up a little bit. So everybody, let's get the show on the road. You may remember me from my television shows in the 1980s and 90s, and now I host two regularly live-streamed virtual magic shows. One is a showcase for some of the greatest magicians in the world, and the other is a talk show featuring some of the most inspiring conjurers of our times. Welcome now to Magical People. welcome everybody to this edition of Magical People Live with myself and my co-host Cheryl. We are welcoming this week. I'm going to call him the incredible Rod Chow. Let's put our hands together for Rod Chow, magician and much more from Vancouver, Canada. How are you this day, Rod?
Very good. Thank you for having me on your show, Michael.
Thank you for agreeing, Rod. It's always a very special time when you do agree to come on the shows. I don't know where to begin, so I'm going to just jump right in. I know you. I've known you for about maybe close to 30 years after I moved to Vancouver from Winnipeg and started joining the local clubs. I met you and I was so impressed with your manner. I'm not just saying any of this to be nice. I genuinely mean this. I think you know he's an act with class. You dress nicely, you have stage presence, and eventually you worked your way up in our lifetime, which is very exciting, to be president, national president of the Society of American Magicians. And that in itself is no small feat. That's quite amazing. And in my opinion, it's arguably, you have probably traveled the most throughout the world during your presidency and have done, in my opinion, again, my humble opinion, the most for the Society of American Magicians. Specifically, you chartered an SAM for Toronto, a big city in Canada, for those of you not from Canada, and Ottawa, a smaller city, but nonetheless an important city in Canada. And I can go on, but I'd like to turn it a little bit over to you. Um, Go ahead, Rod. How did you enjoy your presidency?
It was really wonderful. And um, to know you for 30 years, that's amazing. And you're such a great friend. So it's been a really
Thank you. That
great
means a
pleasure and
lot.
honor to know you so long. And we still keep in touch so frequently now with the SAM club here in Vancouver, a regular attendee of our meetings. And so when I was president of the SAM, definitely that was a great honor to be the first and only from outside of the USA. And basically, you don't just get to be president, though. You have to actually earn the right to be so, and also basically climb up the ladder. So you have to take on various positions. Before that, I did start off as a regional vice president for Canada for a number of years. And then I became second VP, first VP, and then president-elect, and then president. And I've also been very, very active in our local assembly, which is the Vancouver Assembly. I've been secretary of that assembly for over 30 years, and also a past president of the assembly as well. So, but to be the national president is basically is actually international president, because the Society of American Magicians is a worldwide organization. So we have assemblies all over the world, and to be in that top position, to be the spokesperson for the organization, to be able to bring greetings from National Council to various parts of the world was certainly a very, very excellent experience for myself. And to meet so many people was truly something that really don't get a chance to do unless that opportunity came up. And the opportunity for me to be national president was certainly one that I will always cherish.
Absolutely, and we'll always be excited for you as well. We recently, well, you've done so much. You really, really have. I'm not just saying that. You've created effects that were in the MUM magazine, which is the magazine for the Society of American Magicians. It stands for Magic Unity Might. And oftentimes I will see you, and we'll show this on video in a little while. I see you doing this effect. We won't give it away, but it involves your business cards, and it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant, but that's just me. I think it's creative, brilliant, entertaining, and mystifying as well. And I'll be showing that in a little while, among a few other things, because you do everything. You do children's shows, you do mall shows, you do close-up walk around. And most recently, it's not the most recent, but it's the most recent one that I attended. It was at a restaurant, a Greek restaurant, I believe, called Stefano's in New Westminster, a suburb of Vancouver. And I was blessed enough to be part of a show. And you, I believe, had just finished a run at the Magic Castle and probably did part of that act. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes, I was actually at the Magic Castle earlier this year, and then as Michael mentioned, I went and performed actually a rendition of that same act at the local Society of American Musicians Assembly Number 95 annual banquet, and so I kind of brought my close-up show from over there to Vancouver, and it was actually quite something because I actually had the volunteers seated at the table exactly the same way they were seated in the close-up room in the Magic Castle. Now, at the Magic Castle, I've actually performed there 3 years in a row, and I performed in the various different venues. It's really extensive magic place if you haven't been there, where they have a theater, which is a Palace of Mystery. They also have a parlor type venue, which called a parlor prestidigitation, and they also have a close-up venue, and plus a couple more other venues as well. So lots of venues in the Magic Castle. Everyone who goes there really loves magic. Basically, you have to be invited to be a guest at Magic Castle, invited by a magician. And when you're in there, though, you get nonstop magic, and everyone is really thrilled. So in the close-up room, which is not very big, I had the people in chair seating doing my act with the volunteers and really enjoying it. And you can really, when you're in there, the reactions that you receive are unlike any reactions anywhere in any type of performance. So, and it really, with those reactions, it really actually gets you going too. So my act, having done it, actually during that time, earlier this year, I did my act over 30 times, I believe. Yes, so over 30 times.
Wow. That's a
In the period of 1 week. In the period of 1 week. So it was
crazy. That's a great way to hone an act to
yeah,
perfect it.
definitely.
I want to share with everybody as well some clips of your performances, your live performances. So let's uh let's check out Rod Chow's performing.
Oh, absolutely. Let me just show you something quick. Actually, here I have a business card. This is the Society of American Magicians card that I got. It does say National President on it, but I'm going to let you use that pen for just a moment.
Okay.
And I want you to actually, first of all, choose a card. You can actually have
Choose any business card, any business
Yeah, make sure
card.
you're happy with it, because if you're not, I have 51 other choices.
All right.
Are you
The
happy?
Society of American
That's
Magicians.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I just sign
Nothing.
your name on the back part, on the red part there.
Okay.
Excellent. And that personalize it to your name, Gloria.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and we'll make sure it's dry, and good. We'll just place it back in. Perfect. We'll just place it back in the same way.
Okay.
Okay, now you know that the card right now is personalized, but it actually hasn't been activated. You know when you get a coffee card, right? Coffee card is actually no good until you actually activate the card.
Okay.
So we're going to actually activate this card, okay? And the way we do it is through this strip here. It's like a magic wand under the Society of American Magicians name. Okay, but what it is a strip that picks up your body signature, which is your DNA, okay? So all you have to swipe it with your finger, and it'll actually activate the card. Go ahead, swipe it. And actually inputs your DNA into the card and activates it to your name. See that? Okay, so now that it's been active, we're gonna have
Can
to
I
actually,
buy something with it now?
No, this is what you do. You actually insert it like you insert a card into a bank machine. This is like
Okay.
you get the cash first, okay? Then you buy something, okay? So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna actually test it to make sure it works. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And swipe
Again,
like that.
that's
So
going
you
to
swipe
put
like
my
that.
energy in there as well.
And yes, it works. So let's test it. Okay, one last thing, we have to do the two-step authentication process, okay?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. As we insert it here like this, I want you to slowly swipe it, okay? Slowly swipe it as you
Just
insert it.
at the front
Yeah,
here?
go ahead,
Okay.
slowly swipe it, and we go like that.
Okay.
And instant authentication. There you go, Gloria. So that's for you.
That is
actually tested, authenticated, and working. So that's everything works on that now,
You got me. You got me, Ron. This
including
is
my email.
It's amazing. Okay, I know how to contact you, but
Yes.
I think you've left us wanting a little bit more, so I'm going to leave you to it
Sure.
with one more
Okay.
magic. Bit
I'll
of
do my
magic
favorite
for
then.
us.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Great to see
Nice
you.
to
Thank
see
you for
Go ahead.
coming in.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, I know a lot of us are going to be doing some traveling because of, now it's the time to travel. So actually, I just got back from the United States, and I have here brought back a $20 US bill. Now, of course, when you come back to Canada, you actually have to convert that. So I like to do my own conversion and convert that into Canadian money. Canadian $20 bill. Now, since I'm doing my own exchange, I might as well double that exchange rate. That's a pretty good exchange rate, right? Now, I've also been to some other countries, and when we go to other countries, you actually get quite a bit of foreign currency. So what I have here is money from Hong Kong. This is a Hong Kong 20 Hong Kong dollars. Here's 20 RMB from China. This is 10,000 from Bolivia, 1,000 from Brazil, and look at this, 100,000 all the way from Peru. Now, of course, we're in Canada, and we need to convert that into Canadian money. Canadian $20 bills. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, $100 Canadian. Now, I love $20 bills, but you know what? I actually prefer the higher denomination, like the 50. Or even better, my favorite, $100. These days, hang on.
You're not done.
I prefer to use credit. And there we go. That's what means I can go traveling and unlimited credit. Thank you.
Ron,
I love that. I love that, Rod. And I think you've done a lot of money magic in your time. If I'm not mistaken, one of the first stage presentations I ever saw you do, I was also a part of a group of shows years ago, was involving money. Am I right?
You're absolutely correct. That's actually the signature act. That's abbreviated. What you just saw was a abbreviated form of the act. So my entire act actually is it's about 8 minutes, and it involves paper money, and basically I transform into Money Man at the end. So it's pretty amazing. In fact, that act I've won a lot of competitions with that particular act.
It's beautiful. I will ask you, talking about award winning. Oh, actually, we'll leave that to Cheryl a little later. We'll talk about your Astro Act in a little while, because that is, pun intended, out of this world. It's really a beautiful, beautiful act. I want to talk a little bit about the building, the world's skinniest building. I believe it's also in the Guinness Book of World Records. Your office is there. You sell insurance as well. And let's chat a little bit about the world's skinniest building.
Okay. So actually I'm writing the world's skinniest building right now. So it's actually only 4 feet 10 inches from wall to wall. That's it, from the inside. That's how skinny it is. So I fit in there as long as I don't gain too much weight. That's why I like to exercise. I actually do pretty daily jogging just to make sure I stay slim enough so I don't have any problem actually maneuvering myself in the building. But surprisingly enough, everything in the building is actually full size. So we don't have miniature chairs or miniature desks or miniature computers. Everything is full size, and we have full service in the building. So we have people that come in here they come and deal with us because they actually want to experience what it's like to actually buy insurance in the skinniest building, for one thing. And for other thing, of course, our reputation has been here we've been here for like in Chinatown for 50, 60 years now. So we've been here long enough that we have a very well-established business here and a very prominent location right at the entrance to Chinatown. So if you're ever in Vancouver, Chinatown, you basically can't even miss our building. Even though it's so skinny, it's just a sliver of a building, you would think you would not be able to find it because it's so skinny, so narrow. But from the front, it actually looks like a big building. So from the front, you actually can see the entire building from the front. It looks like, and it actually extends a whole block wide. So from the front, it's actually very wide, but from the end, it's very, very narrow. So that's how you look for it. Look for the front, and then you experience the narrowness by going to the end, and then you can see how narrow it really is.
And at night, it's gorgeous. You've got incredible lights there, and the glass sidewalk is wonderful as well. It's visual from the outside, and really cool when we have our meetings inside the building. We can just look up and we see people walking. It's so cool.
You're absolutely correct, and that's actually was a more recent renovation that we did um, in 2016. I actually had a big hand in that. I was actually one of the designers in our international award-winning light show. So Michael is correct. The entire sidewalk, which is actually glass blocks, so if you look along the entire, it actually dances with lights. It's almost like Saturday Night Fever if you're actually walking along the sidewalk, because you hear music. Actually, music gets piped out onto the street through the number of speakers that we have along the length of the building. So when you're walking along the building and the speakers are on, it's like you're walking along Las Vegas Boulevard or walking along Disneyland. The music actually follows you along, and then you're actually walking over the glass blocks, and the lights are dancing underneath you. And at the same time that the lights are going on underneath, the lights are also going on top. So the entire skylight system is also all synchronized. The entire state, we have a very unique glass staircase in the building. So the glass staircase, every single tread is actually all neon synchronized lights as well. And our center marquee is also comprised of all neon lights that which all are, it's over 2,600 channels of light, which all combine together to create a light show every hour on the hour, starting at 4 o'clock. And it's a different show every hour for about 4 minutes on the top of the hour. So it's pretty amazing. If you're standing outside, it's pretty amazing. If you're inside, like Michael was inside for meetings, it's also just as amazing because you get to actually look up and see the lights right above you and very close up. So great experience for sure.
So gorgeous. I'll share with everybody now at this point a video, an interview you had about the building, I believe, and we shall take a look. So everybody just enjoy.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm here with Rod Chow, and his dad is the owner of the skinniest building in the world, right?
Yes, Jack
Yeah.
Chow. It's the Jack Chow building, named after my dad. We offer Jack Chow insurance in here, and it certainly is the skinniest. Like, this is how skinny it is. 4 feet 10 inches.
That's pretty skinny.
That's pretty skinny, right? Yeah, you can stretch. I can't even stretch because I can stretch my arm back and go beyond because it's only 4 feet 10 inches.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, and so it's really cool though because you know what? It's actually a whole block long, so it's wide. It's skinny this way, but it's super wide this way, right?
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, you can actually see one street on this side, which is Shanghai Alley, and you can see all the way to the other side, which is Carroll Street. So
Nice.
quite the entire block.
And it's 2 stories high.
It's 2 stories plus the underground area.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So,
let's go upstairs.
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Alright.
This is actually very unique. This is actually a glass staircase. It's actually very hard to get a glass staircase approved in the city, so I had to go to several engineers
Wow.
and get this glass actually imported from the United States. It's very, very safe. Full layer glass, and in fact, we had to build the glass staircase basically the width of the building, so that occupies the entire width of the building.
That is so cool. All right, let's go upstairs.
Okay, upstairs. And hang on to handrail because the light will slip, even though it's totally non-slip. That's glass. Okay, so we're at this side now. So this side here is actually this upstairs section,
Alright.
which and we're in the building here. This is the width, but as you go further, you can actually go outside the building. So it actually
nice.
kind of goes in and out. This is actually the bay window, so you're
Okay.
suspended over the sidewalk at this point. See
Nice.
that? Yeah, right over the sidewalk. And keep going over here. You notice everything here is not like angled. So we actually angle the furniture to actually go with the building. So that's why we can actually maximize the space and make it really efficient. Okay? And you go over here, you can actually see here our sign. This is the iconic neon sign. It's been here for over 30 years. It's a twinkling neon sign. People really love it. And they say it's wider than the building itself. The sign.
Holy,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you go over here, you can actually see Chinatown because the way the street is angled, right at this junction, it goes this way, and you can see all Chinatown, plus you see the Gross Mountain over there as well. But we keep going along this way, and you can actually go all the way to the other end, so you can see how long the building is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's passed by the center section here.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's all glass.
Yeah,
and
we can
air.
actually see all the way down from all the way to the bottom floor here.
That's so cool.
And they go all along here. This upstairs is actually the whole block long, so.
Oh, there's a little kitchen here.
Yeah, we have a little kitchen. Yeah, and everything here is actually skinny themed. So we have like a skinny table. We have a skinny toaster oven. And yeah, and they built out to maximize the space. But here, this is the skinniest broom closet you've probably ever seen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we have a non-claustrophobic washroom. So actually, go in here, you can actually enjoy the view because of our special glass that allows you to see out but not see in. So you can for privacy, have a great view. And here is probably the skinniest coat closet you ever seen. Guys, walk over this glass. Now, some people are a little bit reluctant to walk in glass because glass can obviously crack.
Yeah.
But this glass is very strong.
Okay.
In fact, have you been in the CN Tower?
No.
Okay. Well, CN Tower has a glass floor, and they say their floor supports up to 36 moose. Our floor doesn't support that many moose. It supports 18 moose.
18 moose. Okay, that's not too bad.
Not too bad, but we haven't been able to squeeze 18 moose in there to test it, so we don't know for sure.
I'll run out the moose for you.
Over here, step on this pad over here, you activate the guidance system on the staircase. Look at this.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So it lights up for you.
Yeah, it lights up for you. Look at this. Now it has a guidance system that can guide you all the way down.
Oh, that's
lower
so
level.
like
it's actually
psychedelic.
very cool. Yeah.
All right.
And it allows you to go down there and enter our 3D tunnel.
It looks 3D.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. So you can go ahead.
All right.
And watch your step again.
Okay. Here we go. All the way down 3D stairs. Wow, it is 3D. Holy smokes. Wow.
So this is all custom designed, custom cut corporate wood pattern. Actually, Jack Chow himself actually thought of this pattern. He actually put it in here. And what we did here, down here, we actually brought the sky down because we actually get to see the sky from up here. People actually walk over, you can see their footprints.
Oh
right?
wow. That's
See, it's a
oh,
footprint
wow.
right there. See?
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
people
So
walking.
I know. So it's very cool. And then, but then the whole thing now is sky down here, so it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
We have Expo 86. That's the original sign from.
I remember that.
You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the 86.
Yeah.
That's the sign that was
That's the
everywhere.
classic, and that's the original. So not a duplicate, not a replica.
Wow.
That's the original.
Welcome to another episode of Check Out Chinatown. Today, let's head to the skinniest building in the world, and it's just steps away from the museum. Let's go on a quick tour led by the owner of the building, Rod Chow. The Jack Chow Building is a world-famous and Class A heritage building in Vancouver's Chinatown. At only 4 feet and 10 inches wide and 100 feet long, this architectural oddity also gained international recognition from Ripley's Believe It or Not. The best part? This building was built on a bet. In the early 1900s, no one thought the land was of any use. To win over the land, Chang from Chang Toy and Sam Key Company bet against a business associate $10,000 that he could construct a building in that space. And he did so in 1913, hiring the best architects and engineers to put up the unique skinny building. After being purchased by Jack Chow in 1985 and undergoing a heritage restoration project a year later, it received the Guinness World Record for the shallowest commercial building in the world. At one time, this building housed 13 businesses, including a bathhouse beneath the glass block sidewalk. These days, the building is known for its award-winning light show and having the first and only animatronic giant panda family outside of Asia. They come to life and interact with guests inside their habitat, not through AI, but, as Rod claims, through PI, Panda Intelligence. If you're lucky, you might be able to bump into Rod himself, who is also an international award-winning magician. If you ask, he might even show you a couple of magic tricks. Make sure to visit their building before or after visiting the museum.
And there we go. That's awesome. I love that building, Rod, and the animatronic panda. We'll take a look a little bit later in the show. I want to turn this portion over to Cheryl, who I'm sure has a number of questions for you.
I have some. How are you today?
Very good. And those are great clips that you chose, by the way, Michael. Great tours, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. One of mine is, what is your favorite and least favorite effect?
My favorite effect is money because that's what I started off. And actually, it kind of goes with me because I'm in the insurance business and also financial advisor. So when I make money for people, then I make money by magic. It all kind of goes hand in hand.
It does. It does.
Yeah. And
That's
my
all.
least, the least favorite, I don't really have a least favorite. I actually kind of like all sorts of magic. It's just, I guess, if you see magic overdone too many times, I guess that becomes less on your list of favorite types of magic you want to watch. So I don't tend to do magic that is done like on a common basis. I like to do magic that's kind of more unique, and I like to always put my own spin to it as well, so that when I show something to someone, it's like something that's very personal.
Oh, which do you like better than older magic or like new age magic then?
So I like to, a lot of magic is based on the old principles from the past. So there's nothing really, I mean, there's new stuff that keeps getting developed all the time, but your basic principles really have not changed over time. So anything that I do could also be based, anything I do new could also be based on old. So it works both ways. I actually new and old, if they work hand in hand. So I'm good with both types of magic.
What now? Do you have a favorite event to attend or perform at?
Yes, I do actually like performing at the Richmond Night Market. It's actually quite good. It's actually the way it is set up is like almost like a Taiwan a night market in Taiwan, where tons of people come there just for the food and for the gifts and things that you can buy at the booth, but also for their entertainment. So they actually have a big stage there, and it gives me opportunity to do my act on stage and have people actually come up on stage, and they're really the audience people, they're actually very friendly, and they're there to have fun. So I have a lot of fun on stage with the people that come up there. A lot of young people, but also people like, yeah, from young to old. They all come to there, and I do enjoy performing there. Also enjoy, of course, performing in the Magic Castle, where you can never get that kind of thrill of audience reactions anywhere else in the world. I don't think that's actually, it's pretty unique experience. I enjoy performing even locally, just for like in Chinatown. I do a lot of performances. I do performance for parties as well as a roving magician, which I really enjoy doing because I like to interact with people. And so if I can do close-up magic and just wander through the room and interact, I truly enjoy doing that.
What are your favorite events to attend to perform magic? Are there any that you prefer more than others?
I did. So when Gardens Next Door, they actually have events during the year. We have the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Gardens right next door to us, and they are one of the. I think it's one of the very one or two truly classical Chinese gardens outside of Asia. So we have that next to us, and I get the opportunity to perform there for different events. In fact, I'm going to be performing there next week for Easter function, and that will be for kids. So it's like a kids show that I'll be doing. But the way they have it set up is that it's an outdoor type venue, and so people are like, it's a huge crowd that's just sitting on the ground and just underneath Chinese classical buildings that they have in there. So that's a lot of fun. But it's also just performing inside our building, and just I think that's probably my favorite. When people come and visit me and say they want to go on a tour of the building, and I can integrate magic within that tour. In fact, if they have time and they go for what we call the ultimate giant panda experience skinny building tour, then actually we'll give them like almost like a full close-up show as part of the tour down in the underground area. So we have these counters where we have close-up mats on the counters, and I would have them sit along the counter like as if they're sitting at a bar, and perform very interactive close-up magic with them, and they all love it. It's crazy. They go crazy.
Oh,
They go
wow.
crazy. That means I've done my job.
Exactly. When you leave with a smile on your face, you've done it. You have
Yeah.
done it. Oh my gosh. Um, let's see. Where is it? Is
Why
there
don't
an
you
effect
why don't you
you've
show us the panda? I mean, you blurred your background,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's a gorgeous size animatronic panda.
This is, yeah.
And
I'll show you. I blurred it because he's actually sleeping right now. So I didn't want to actually disturb him, because we're having, our Zoom meeting here, and he has to get a little bit of a sleep during the daytime. His favorite time though is when we do wake him up for feeding time. That's his favorite time.
Ah,
I think it's about feeding time right now, so you're in luck. So we're probably okay to wake him up for just a moment, just so he can
perfect.
have a bite to eat. So here he is. He's our
Ah, that's
yeah, his name is Gene.
beautiful.
Oh, he's in his
Beautiful.
habitat. So you might hear some of the birds in the background. You might
Yes.
hear some of the birds. You might hear some of the water. Um, when he's not when he's not here, he's actually going for a swim because he has to make sure his weight is kept off. If he gets too big, he will no longer fit in our building. So we encourage our panda to go for a little swim every once in a while. So he looks a bit chubby at this point in time, but that's actually the normal chubbiness of a giant panda. So he's actually perfect chubby form right now. Okay, so that's a good tummy. All right. So now the way we wake him up is that we actually use a little bit of bamboo as an enticement. So I actually have this bamboo wand right here. So with the bamboo wand, what I'll do is if I kind of wave it in front of him, then hopefully that will he'll smell the bamboo. He's a very good sense of smell, and that will actually help wake him up. All right, so let's see if we can wake up our panda. Genie, the giant panda, is our mascot. Okay, let's see if we can wake him up. There he is.
Beautiful.
There he is. No, he's kind of getting himself just used to the environment. Oh, hello.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have everyone from Michael's People's Magical People live show here, Jeannie. Yeah, they're here in the audience, from all over the world. They're here. Now he's kind of stretching. We put him by the window because he's a very friendly panda. He tends to get distracted every once in a while. He'll wave to people across the street. Oh, see, he's waving to someone across the street now. That's why. So hopefully he'll come around and say hello to you. If he say hello to you, you should all wave to him because he likes it when you wave to him. In fact, his name is Genie. So if you'd like to make a wish, now is your opportunity. And hopefully your wish will come true one day. All right. So if he comes around and says hello, then you can make a wish. All right, Genie, we have some people here that like to say hello to you. Oh, here he is. Okay, say hello. Here's the audience. Hello. Okay, make your wish. You want to make a wish? Yeah. Now you see his ears wagging? That's a good sign. It's like when a dog wags his tail, he doesn't have much of a tail. He wags his ears. Okay, that shows he's happy. Okay, if he blinks his eyes, that's good too. That's good luck. All right. So we're gonna get the. Oh, he says he hopes your wishes come true. That's what he says. Yeah, he hopes your wishes come true, all of you. I understand panda language now. In fact, yeah, they're a great audience, right? Yeah. Yeah, he really hopes your wishes come true, he says. He really does. He really does. You do understand panda language? In fact, I understand 5 different languages. It's Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, English, and panda.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Beautiful. See, that's real magic. To
Yeah.
me, that's real magic, Ron.
Yes.
Your beautiful building, the way you've got beautiful things inside for everyone to look at. And once again, I want to emphasize for folks visiting Vancouver, Canada, or if you're already living here, come down to the Chow Insurance Building. What are the cross streets in Chinatown that you guys are at?
Pender Street and Carroll. So Pender Street is the main part of China. Oh, Jimmy. He wants you to visit him, he says. He says, come visit me here in Chinatown, he says. Yeah, at the corner of Penn. That's where he is right now, at Carroll Street. Yeah, we'll tell everyone to come visit, okay, Jeannie? Yeah. Yeah, he says, yeah, come visit, he says.
So
Yeah.
cute.
He would love to
So
meet you. Like when he meets you and you get interactive with him, it's really the best thing. Okay, so you actually come see him in person, and he's bigger than you think he is here. When you're up close with a panda, you've probably never seen a panda that close before, and people think he's like, are giant pandas that big? Well, yes, they are. They don't call them giant pandas for nothing. He's huge. He's actually bigger than me. But yeah, you come down to Vancouver, Chinatown. You can't miss us. You'll see our sign, Jack Chow Insurance. And okay, you want to say bye? Okay, bye. Okay, go back to sleep. Okay, go back to sleep. Okay, he's going to go back to sleep right now. All right, yeah. The feeding, and he's going to just have a little bit of rest. So we'll let him have a little bit more sleep. There we go.
they are lovely. I believe Vancouver also experienced this. There was a little tour, I believe, in the 80s or so of two pandas, two actual pandas, and they were adorable. I was blessed enough to see them in Winnipeg, and they would
Oh,
roll around and have just a great time. They were so cute. So, yes, that's something to see if you go to visit Rod Chow's building, if you're in Vancouver, Canada. Let's say folks want to book you for a special event, Rod. How can they reach you?
so they can reach me. First of all, if you want to reach me here in person, I'm usually here at the office here in Chinatown, so you can always find me. And you can go to our new website for our giant panda attraction. We call it like a mini attraction. It's actually, we call it a mini theme park attraction because believe it or not, within this skinny building, we actually have four unique panda habitats. So the panda habitat I'm in right now is Genie's habitat, is the rainbow habitat. We also have the sky habitat, the Chinatown habitat, and the glass tunnel habitat. So if you come and see me here, then we can go a little tour and then show you all the little secrets here that we have. Now, to find me, to book me for magic, you can always go to my website, which is rodchow.com. Rodchow.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Rod Chow Magic, my Facebook fan page. You can also go to Google and Jack Chow, jackchow.com or Jack Chow Insurance. That's all you can also find. So very easy to find me and find Genie the giant panda. We're quite visible here. So all you have to do is head to Vancouver, you'll find us. It's not a problem. Everyone knows actually where we are. You say, where's the giant pandas or where's the skinniest building? They'll actually direct you here. So it's very easy. We're very easy to find.
Oh,
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rod, for visiting us this day, for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know we'll be speaking on Monday, and we've spoken about that before, because you are our trusted insurance broker. You truly are. We're so blessed to have you.
Thank you. Yes, certainly. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on your show. And you, really great production, and nice to see all of you in the audience. And yeah, and so it's a pleasure, and thank you again.
Thank you so much, Rod Chow Magician, and we'll see you probably at the next meeting, the next SAM meeting.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
And there we go. Wow.
wow.
That's a whole other world, Cheryl, isn't it?
I love it. I love it. I love that
Yeah.
panda.
One day, if you and your family ever visit Vancouver, you'll have to, well, we'll all probably go and visit Rod and see that.
Yes.
It truly is really cool because he's got these things set up. You had assisted him a few months ago when I had him on before, and he's got a little Ferris wheel and other neat magical things.
That is awesome. That looks
Yeah,
so fun.
yeah. I want to thank you, Cheryl, as well, for helping us this day with your incredible questions. I'm going to give her a plug. Michaela Lynn, your daughter, helps in the research,
Yep.
and we're very grateful for that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. We'll see you soon,
Thank
probably
you.
Wednesday.
I will.
Yay. Or tomorrow, actually. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
And there we go. Wow, I don't believe a little over a half an hour has passed. And we're here every Saturday at 1 p.m. West Coast time, 4 p.m. East Coast time, 9 p.m. UK time. And visit us again. We do it for you. That's the only reason why we do it. So we'll look forward to seeing you all again really soon.